they're sending them away.
Okay.
We have a lot of problems. The first, we have basically a job crisis. We don't have jobs. We have a hostile business environment with crippling taxes. You run businesses with crippling taxes that does not encourage small businesses to strive. We have a political system which, because whether you like it or not, a stable political system breeds or prepares a climate for business to thrive. Yeah. Where you can express yourself fully, you can have a say, you can trust in the electoral process, you can determine your leader, and then your vote count. All those processes contribute to a conducive business environment. Those are the things we desperately lack, because our best brains are leaving. Nobody wants to stay. Now you talk about the push factor, the pull factor, the pull factor, which is attracting people. It is, we're talking about wages, we're talking about better working conditions, we're talking about job opportunity, we're talking about globalization. Somebody just feels like it's good for me to live in Dubai because I want to live where there are skyscrapers. It is their fundamental human right, provided they have the means to go there. So these factors, these pull factors, they attract people and they attract the best mind. I was reading a report and they say that 35% of Cameroonian expats move abroad every year. And do you know what happens to the other 65%? It's because they don't have the opportunity to move.
Go, yeah.
If they have the opportunity to move, we won't have one person. But why wouldn't we? If we have a country like Cote d'Ivoire, where a secondary school teacher earns 400,000 francs a month, and they have a country like Cameroon, richer than Cote d'Ivoire, all resources, natural resources. Cote d'Ivoire depends basically on cocoa. They are the highest producer of cocoa in Africa. Cameroon is third. We have gold, we have oil, we have cocoa, we have coffee, we have timber. Our secondary school teachers earn 150,000 francs a month. So it is just normal that if a teacher in Cameroon has an opportunity to teach in Ivory Coast, that teacher will go to Ivory Coast. Irrespective of how you love Cameroon, you will go to Ivory Coast, get money, and come and develop that Cameroon you love. So you will not sit there and no, I love my country, and you have an opportunity to go, I will not, because that is just the key. So we have to look at it from this perspective. I understand that as a people, the key here is for us to have the means to take care of ourselves and be happy. If we have these means, we can then love the country and develop it. And nobody says that those who go out of Cameroon don't love Cameroon. That is a myth. The fact that you are in Cameroon suffering does not mean that somebody in America making it, you love Cameroon more than that person. No, the only difference is that maybe you don't have that opportunity, or because you just choose to be there. The most important thing is that you are being responsible and representing the country wherever you are.
Thank you for that contribution. And we have been talking about opportunities, maybe lack of opportunities. I want us to look at the scenario where we have those who have the white-collar jobs, especially those who have the matricule. You know, in Cameroon, if people are not struggling to fall bush, they are struggling to have the matricule. But it's sometimes, I wonder, when I met one guy in the US, that was about 2 years ago, and that guy was actually the principal of one of the schools in Bamenda. I will not call the name. And when I met this guy, I was like, I thought he was there maybe for studies for a brief or for holidays, and he was to go back. Leaving the house, I said, Mr. I don't want to call the name. When are you leaving? Because I have just few days to be in the US. And he said, Mirabel, what question did you just ask? I said, when are you leaving? He said, do you know something? You see this America, so I better chop stone for America. So I want us to look at this situation where some people have that opportunity, but yet they leave the country. Mr. Mungwa, how can you analyze such a situation?
That you have the matricule.
You have the matricule, a principal.
A decent job.
The very first thing that we need to have in mind, you can never be a rich and comfortable person with a matricule. You can never be rich, you can never be comfortable with just a matricule. Most especially in a country like Cameroon. It's just something that when we were in secondary school, we just, we were absorbed by the system of matricule. Basically, the standard of living is very, very high today, and the cost of living as well is high. Okay. So you need about 3 or 4 jobs. But I have this scenario that a country like the United States of America, they have packaged their country in a way that individuals believe that they can make it in America.
More than they can
more
make
than
it
they
in
can make it in
Cameroon.
Cameroon. Yes, they have some facilities that nobody denies that. But our mindset, come to Buea now, Mirabe, you'll be shocked of the number of youths that know all the football clubs in Europe, the names of players. So a secondary school teacher in Cameroon, majority have 2 hours of teaching. They don't even do much research. Majority in Boyana have 2 hours of teaching in a week. Believe you me, some don't even have a second job. Some don't have the third job. And these individuals cry every day how the country is bad. They do nothing to actually improve on a lot of things. But when these same persons leave from Cameroon and travel to the United States of America, they have 4 jobs. They have 5 jobs.
Yeah.
They have 5